What's up, everyone? Adam here. It's been a little bit since I've last spoken to you guys on camera. Just been busy past couple of days. Haven't really found time to make a designated movie review, mainly because I haven't seen much. I mean, I have seen stuff, but like nothing current, so I haven't been able to talk about stuff like that nowadays. Also, sorry about the different aspect ratio. Filming this on my iPad and on my computer, which is what I usually film on. But I thought I'd just get on here and talk about some TV shows I've been seeing as of late. And I'm going to talk about 4 today. And we'll see how long that goes for. So the first show that I watched was, well, it's not fully out yet. I've only seen like a couple episodes from it, but I saw the new Idol-esque show in Kim Kardashian's All's Fair Lawyer bullshit movie TV show, and surprise, surprise, it's a crock of shit. It's not good in the slightest. Yeah, the whole time I was watching it, I was just like, this just feels like The Idol, but for like feminists. That's what I thought. Idol levels of acting from these actresses, especially Kim Kardashian. Like, I don't know what the fuck, why she thought this was a smart move on her behalf to make a, I don't even know, this shows like it wants to be serious, it wants to be silly, but like it doesn't do well at both. It's so confusing what this show is going for. You know, like try to be like edgy and shit, but it just comes off so bad. Like, oh, we get girl bossing. It's the whole show, and like nothing wrong with that. But like, if that's something, like the only thing your show can rely on is that, it's really weak. It's a weakly written, horribly written show, and it's such a shame that they have, you know, Naomi Watts in it. You know, like I just saw her in like a couple weeks ago in Birdman. She was incredible in Birdman. That's probably because she was working with people who knew what they were doing, and she was reading a script that was well written. So, you know, maybe that's just a factor to consider into this. But, yeah, I don't know what else to really say about this show. It's bad. Watch it. Hate watch it. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's just another Idol-esque show for feminist women. And that's it. 1 out of 10. Horrible show. So, next show, I haven't seen recently, but I've watched it, the series itself, a couple times, and I want to shout it out because I feel like it is probably the most underrated show I'll be talking about today. And that show is The Shivering Truth, done by PFFR, same guys who did Wonder Chosen and Xavier Renegade Angel. This is their 4th show. I've seen pretty much everything except for The Heart She Hollers, which was their live action show they did in like 2012, 2010, around there, like right after Xavier finished, so maybe 2010. But The Shivering Truth is stop motion, like horror, like anthology, not even anthology, it's just like a bunch of different stories. I'm forgetting the name of what those are called, but it's like disconnecting stories within like multiple, like in like multiple of those within an episode, and it's one of the best pieces of television I've ever laid my eyes on. It is truly incredible, that fucking show. First thing, the animation is spectacular. Best looking PFFSOA, which isn't really saying much. I mean, like, you know, Wonder Chosen and Xavier Renegade Angel, like, were intended to look as shit and cheap as possible. And I know, like, Xavier had such a low budget, And again, like, not knocking those two. I equally love all three of these shows, like, together. Like, all three of these PFFR shows are wonderful. Watch all of them, but The Shivering Truth is a show that gets the least amount of attention. I don't really know why. Animation is incredible, done by the same animation team behind Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, actually. Which, you know, it was weird putting on that movie and seeing, like, you know, the eyelids look the same, like the way the characters move, it looked like exactly like Shivering Truth. And then, you know, looking it up after I finished the movie, like, yeah, these are the same guys who did The Shivering Truth. So it's cool that, you know, those people got more work, because the Shivering Truth ended, like, what, 5 years ago, and it's not coming back, no way. As much as that would be cool to see season 3, but it's not happening. So, yeah, just the stories that are told, and, like, it brings back the wordplay from Xavier, Renegade Angel, in the narration, which sounds a lot like Xavier. It's just Vernon Chapman doing the same Xavier voice for the narrator of this movie, of show. Oh my god, he's so good. Movies, but yeah, he's back with, like, the funny little, like, one-liners and clips. It's not as fast-paced as Xavier. It's definitely their most, like, mature show. They're not, like, immature as in, like, subject matter, just mature as in, like, it feels more like a grown show. Like, yeah, like, it's not a show that you like, get baked in. I mean, you could do that. You could do it, but it's more, like, intellectual. And it's much more in-depth. So, like, just some of the episode. For instance, one of my favorite episodes is the one where it's from season 2. It's with the god fighting, where they get, you know, they point the gun at the flower and the little god comes out and they start fighting them against each other. This whole thing goes until this guy builds a fucking true or false machines, and then, like, that goes into the same fighting thing, and, like, it's just such a well-written, like, I don't know how they come up with some of these storylines for some of these characters, like the one with, like, the twins split in half, and, like, they go on throughout that whole thing. It's so good. And it's so funny. It's just such a very weird, definitely not for the faint of heart. There's some really fucked up, like, designs in the show, like a lot of creepy monster designs, but it still looks great. And yeah, and the music is also something that is very overlooked. The show soundtrack is amazing. Like, it's on Spotify. Go listen to it. It's a lot of, like, classical. Like, it's just mainly cello and piano and, like, synth and, like, like, harmonies, and it gives off like a feeling of, like, bliss or something. Like, it's such a soft soundtrack for something that is so, like, weird, which is, like, fitting, I guess. It's, like, very, like, I don't know, goes against the traditional, like, thought of, like, what a typical horror show's soundtrack would be, which I appreciate that. Not much else to say. I think The Shivering Truth might be my favorite show out of PFFR, although Wonder Shows and Xavier are both very also incredible pieces of television. I'm gonna give The Shivering Truth a 10 out of 10, easily. Awesome, incredible. I wish they had a Blu-ray of it, because I own both Xavier and Wonder Shows on DVD, because those don't have Blu-ray, but Shivering Truth does not have a single piece of physical media, which is really agitating. Like, I want to support it, and I want to watch my favorite, like, one of my favorite shows of all time again, physically, but oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. I'll just watch it on, like, it's on YouTube, actually. Adult Swim uploaded the whole series on YouTube, and it's short, only 12 episodes, split among 2 seasons. Like, it's a very doable watching. You can watch it in, like, an afternoon, which I would recommend. Very bingeable, very good, very great show. I also, this is more of just like I'm not going to be talking about specifically this show, just like this specific genre of show. I'm just using this show as an example because this is the one that's, like, most in my mind, or, like, in my memory, and that is Quintessential Quintuplets, which is a romance anime. And back in high school, if you would have asked me what my thoughts on anime was in high school, I would have been like, oh my god, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I fucking love it. You know, anime, like titties. Like, what else do you want? Keep in mind, I had a dark phase in high school, and I don't want to go back to that or talk about that. But let's just say, like, I was a different person. But now, like, I just think about, like, just like about this kind of genre. So let me preface this: I'm not a big anime guy anymore. I think the only anime I really like, genuinely still fuck with is probably Death Note. Well, because anyone can fuck with Death Note. It doesn't have to be specifically anime fans that can like Death Note. Like anyone, like Death Note is just a well written, and just a well written story. Like that's all it is. It's just a good story. But most people, like, yeah, Death Note is popular with the masses, but like, if you're in like the anime crowd, like you probably primarily just watch like romance animes, like Quintessential, Quintuplets, which is just get this plot. It's about a math tutor who tutors these 5 girls, and they all like kind of like him, and they all try to like show their feelings for him, and it's constantly implied in the show that he's going to marry one of them, but it's unclear which one he does marry in the end. So the whole show is just them trying to win for his affection and a harem. That's what they're called. That's what the subtitle is called. But it's people who watch these shows and like support this shit, like they live sad lives, like definitely sad lives, like really give a shit like who this fucking guy married. A guy who has he has a personality of a fucking piece of wood. And I don't have to say it's just exclusive to this show. Pretty much every single like one of these shows, the main character is like a piece, like nothing. He's a nothing character. He's just a writing character so that these people who watch it can just write themselves in, because the main character is so fucking forgettable. Like there's no determined, like there's no characteristics to him. He's just a piece of clay that the audience can just sculpture themselves into those scenarios, and it wouldn't make a difference if it was just their inserts than the main actor, like the main lead of the show. It's just so many, like, I hate those. I hate romance anime. It's just like they are all the same. The stories are not engaging, not in the slightest. They use the same fucking tropes in every single one, and I don't have to explain these tropes. You guys know exactly what tropes I'm fucking talking about. Every single one, same trope. In fact, it doesn't even help that each one of the quintuplets fall into that trope. So already, like, each character is written with a trope in mind, and it's not a well written. I don't know. It's just maybe I'm just like discommunicate. Like I'm not connected to this anymore. But I don't know what I was doing in high school, man. I don't know why I was watching these bullshit shows. But I know at least I can come back here and like admit my faults. So that kind of makes me king of reviews, film and television reviews, right? Yeah, I'd say so. 3 out of 10. It's my rating for the show. It's just like, they hit the same, like, ooh, there's a festival, and whoever he's holding hands with at the end of the festival, they get together with, and then like they all hold their hands. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna drag this out for another fucking season, like. And they're so boring. That's the worst thing. Like, you'd think they'd get up to more interesting antics. They don't. Like, so many episodes are just in the thing. They have like a fight, and it's like it moves at a snail's pace. Like that's the biggest problem. They are so slow. Such a slow moving show. Yeah, 3 out of 10. Horrible. Don't unless you are that lonely, you have to resort to watching romance anime to get your kicks. Don't watch this. Watch Death Note if you haven't watched Death Note. If you want to watch an anime, watch Death Note or rewatch Death Note. I might rewatch Death Note. It's a great fucking show. Last show that I will be talking about today is Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David. So I haven't watched all of Curb. I've seen the first 2 seasons, but I just want to talk about it here because it is really, really funny. Like, it's probably my favorite comedy show I've watched ever. And that's putting it up against Seinfeld. So I was a big Seinfeld fan in like middle school and like elementary school. Not elementary school, middle school, high school. I liked watching episodes of Seinfeld with my family. And, you know, just like the characters, I like the situations that Jerry and Elaine and Kramer and forget the fat guy's name. What's his name? I don't remember. But, yeah, I mean, I like that shit. But going back to Seinfeld now, it is so repetitive. Like, a lot of the episodes that I go back to watch of Seinfeld, I first put it on, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a new episode, I haven't seen this before. And then as I get to watching it, I'm like, oh, I've already fucking seen this episode. Like, this is nothing new. And then I click it off because I've already seen the episodes. Like, a lot of episodes are structured the same in Seinfeld, you know, and it's not as engaging now. But Curb Your Enthusiasm, each episode is, you know, different, like, fresh, and yeah, technically, like, similar things happen in some episodes. Usually it has to revolve with, like, Larry saying something bad to someone and then him running into that person at a later time during a more important, like, situation, and then that person just kind of fucking, like, with Larry and, like, not making, like, what he wanted to do, like, work out at the end. And well, I find that funnier than whatever the shit happens in time. Like, I'm a big fan of cringe comedy. Like, Nathan Fielder is, like, one of my favorite comedians. Like, every single show Nathan Fielder has done. The Nathan For You, The Rehearsal, The Curse, that awkward cringe humor is great, and Curb Your Enthusiasm has that shit, like, down. Just, like, the awkward environments that Larry gets himself into, and, like, the people he lives, like, everyone in this fictionalized version of LA is all nuts. They're all, like, not real. Like, the way that their brains think doesn't make any sense. But what's good about Larry as a main lead is that he doesn't, like, go along with their nonsense. He's very good at, like, picking a fight and, like, making a case. So I'm glad, like, he wrote himself as, like, someone with a backbone and not someone who just, like, goes with the punches and just has to deal with this nonsense. And also, like, to also mention this, like, sometimes he gets himself into trouble by doing stupid shit. So it's not entirely like everyone else is, like, being unreasonable's fault. Like, Larry sometimes does stupid things, but just the situations he gets himself in are super entertaining and super funny. You know, Jeff Garlin as Jeff Green he's great. You know, the wife, she's great as well. Yeah, it's just a well-written, well-acted, hilarious sitcom that you should definitely check out. From what I'm seeing right now, I'd give the show a 9 out of 10. So that's my little ramble about a couple of TV shows that I've seen, or have seen, and are currently seeing. But I don't know, might make some more TV shows reviews. Might start reviewing some video games. I have a list of video games that I definitely want to talk about, but I might mix up with it, like, a movie review or something. I might do, like, a movie, a TV show, a video game, like, a 1 episode, but we'll see. Thanks for watching.